EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. All that and more coming up next.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys! He returns the kick 88 yards to the house. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep. So challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Aubrey good with the PAT.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs, and he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Here's Goff now on second down. Oh, short pass here taken in by Laporta. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Here's Gibbs. And shedding through the tackle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Second down and a yard. They'll go again with Gibbs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Throw left side, caught by Laporta. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and goal from the 1. From the gun, here's Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the
mark.
highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They run here with Rico Dowdle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a couple. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And Zeke will have a Cowboys 1st down as he's up to the 45.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
2nd down, Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Here's Prescott. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Lions and Jared Goff about ready to take over once more. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a 1st down. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got this complete to Williams. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Here's Goff. Wright's got it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Goff now to throw. And he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Prescott. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw is Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Tolbert, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Goff on first down. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
Throwing again is Goff. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys were treated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. But Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Goff. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 32 on the play.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Cowboys' 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard. Goff. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Goff throwing again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Holding offense.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Out of the gun, Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To the air again, Goff. And that will be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here is 3rd and 5. Goff now looking to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball batted away, but boy, they missed a big chance there.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Hold on. Check.
Now Goff. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
3rd and 2, Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's gone. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Gone. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
This will be fielded at the 17. 31 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now left side on the swing pass. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the run, it's Dowdle. On the turn and run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Prescott to throw. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down 14-10. A little over a minute and a half remaining. They'll have to go 90-plus yards, and a field goal does them no good as they've got it with a first down. Now Goff. Oh, a short pass here taken in by Laporta, but only able to muster a gain up to the 8-yard line. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Now it's Goff. Going underneath, Gibbs has it, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Goff now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, and that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Goff being chased out left. Bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots, because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up, and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
St. Brown on the catch, and he will have the conversion on 4th down. He's out of bounds as well to keep their hopes alive. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. He's back to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Back to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
One last throw here for Goff. And he's in for the game-winning score with no time left on the clock. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.